Ooh, do Jesus. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 9, episode 5, entitled Slippery Slope. Now, y'all know that because we going through the 19 pandemic and whatnot, they're filming their interviews, green screens, confessionals, whatever you want to call it. They doing it from the comforts of their home, and they let us know that in the beginning. Kirk and Rashida must be because I guess, well, hell, they all been on. Mimi been on there too. You know what? I guess since I don't know if they doing it because last week Mimi did the opening montage. This week Rashida and Kirk did. I will say this: I love that wig on Rashida. I absolutely love that. That thing was fierce. Now, normally I'm not a light, bright gremlin type. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. But that right there, that was really cute. And when I say gremlin type, I'm talking about y'all know that's that wig. It looked like that wig that female gremlin had on, girl. That's what it looked like. But that shit was cute. I wonder if I really just get the word honey. Will he throw old nasty piece of cloth like that together for his girl, the lady? I wonder could I get him to do that? I don't know. I know one thing, child. I want that. I don't know. I want to see what it look like on my head. Y'all might never see it, but girl, I sure would like to have that. That was bad. Anyway, let me get into the review, child. Um, we open up with Rashida getting ready to go on a date night with Kirk, honey. And y'all know I just these people here, girl, I could sit here and talk to y'all about something totally different if this wasn't a part of the show. I don't see it for Kirk and Rashida. Never have. I don't like him. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. But I did with their asses because they own the show, and you can't just skip a whole section of these hoes every week. You know what I mean? But we watching her get ready to go on a date night with Kirk. Rashida is such a pretty woman. I wonder do she know that? Anyway, we see her and Kirk get on the bike, and baby, he takes her to this old beautiful old piece of hotel. He got rose petals everywhere. Child even got a little heart shape, hearts made out of the black. I'm not the black child. I'm dirty for that. But out of the red roses and the pink rose petals. That was real beautiful. The scenery was nice. He said he grateful for Rashida for her forgiveness and for them being together these 20 plus years. Okay. Child, they having waffles. That's on the menu. Now one may say, why are we eating waffles? Well, that was their first date down to the Waffle House when he was a maintenance man. They didn't have no money. Then they go on to mentioning she go on to mentioning all the stuff that's been going on, with the ladies and whatnot. And she got a good idea. She think that it's time for her to put together a girls trip. hmm I said, okay, girls trip. Well, we had one every year, child, and they upgraded them one year, but they going down to Tennessee this time, child. But anyway, let's get on with the storyline. Sierra meeting up with Shooter and the kids. Now she say now that her lawyer done got her off on them charges, she ain't so mad at him. In fact, she way too goddamn giddy if you ask me. Even bought him a birthday gift. She act like Shooter still want her, and he probably do, but not for the right reasons. You know what I mean? She goes on to tell him that their daughter Paris, who's sitting at that table, been acting out down to the schoolhouse. She say Paris, she not feeling school. They people getting on her nerves. Just too much going on. And as I'm sitting here watching this child speak, for one, I noticed that she's not even looking up from her phone to talk to her parents, and they ain't saying nothing about it. I also see Sierra seems more interested in if Shooter is appreciating her more now than she is paying attention to what that little girl ain't saying. The whole conversation, they trying to uplift her and tell her how she not to stay on the straight and narrow and stay positive and stay away from the negativity. This child is in her phone, not paying them no attention. Sierra making googly eyes at Shooter. He over here talking about he in a love triangle. It's good they can sit down and reminisce about the past, but they also have to remember the bad parts that led them to where they are today. I said, you know what? They neither one of them is paying attention to what this little girl is going through. Cause to me, had somebody paid close attention to the kids and not so much the pettiness that go on between the adults and the whoring and everything that go on with the father, perhaps this girl wouldn't have gone through where she went through down to the schoolhouse, and her parents not have known that it was coming. Jock goes on over there too. Y'all remember that beauty shop he had with Sharonda? He don't really care for her too goddamn much. You know they got into it last year. Plus she tried to kick up a little beef between him and Kendra. But see, I think she run the day-to-day operations, but he got a little stock and bond up in that business, so she can't really put him out. But she was clearly agitated by his presence, especially the fact that he really didn't give her much. He was waiting on Alexis to show up. See, he got this panel, this community effort. You know, I will say this. I am appreciating the fact that Love and Hip Hop this season is really showing us a lot of community involvement, community outreach, things that need to be done in the inner communities that those inner city community children don't get afforded because they on the poverty level or below it. You know what I mean? So it's good to see that somebody care and that the stars of love and hip hop give back, even if it's for one day. You made a difference, okay? But anyway, he wants to have this panel discussion, bringing awareness to human trafficking in a major city like Atlanta. It's happening more than people know, and as a father of five girls, it's a concern for him. It's something he wants to do. And we learned that Alexis actually was a victim of human trafficking. hmm I said, wow. And he want her to talk on the panel. She a little nervous about having the conversation, but she said she would think about it. And he let her know the time and date, I'm assuming, of when this was all gonna happen. And he hoped that she come. You know, it's just that surprised me. It shocked me that she had endured that. You just never know a person's story, you know. You just never know. Now Sierra and Bambi come to meet up with Rashida at this ski shop, and she want to break it to the women that she is planning to take them down to Tennessee for a skiing trip so that they all can get a little relaxation. Mimi came as Rashida was explaining the trip and the reason for the trip. Child, nobody knows what to buy in this store. They don't know what kind of outfits they need to be trying to get in order for them to go to this event, to go to this ski trip. Now, then the conversation moves into who all is coming, and Rashida says Spice and Carly Red. hmm Sierra said she missed Carly, but on their last meeting, Carly said her best friend was Karma. So she concerned about Carly and her being on this trip. She don't want to miss and happen to have an incident or an accident and it be because of Carly and some get back type of situation. She said that with all that stuff with her daughter and whatnot, she do need her little getaway, you know. Bam said she needed a getaway from the family dramas. They still pissed at Mama D for the obituary thing. So what we got out of that scene, family, is everybody going. We see Akbar going to this panel that Jock has put together discussing human trafficking and how it can be someone that's going through it that's right real close to you and you not even know it. Now, Again, he said as a father of five daughters, he's concerned about that. So he want to talk, and he has comprised a panel of women survivors. Some of them were former traffickers themselves. It's one woman that told of her experience, said that she got into it by way of a mega pastor's daughter. Now, Alexis does decide to show up, and she shared her story. She said when she came, when she walked in, it was a lady that was actually a trafficker, and she was saying how much money you can actually make off of that. Anyway, Alexis goes to tell her story that at the age of 15, she wasn't kidnapped, but she left home. She went to this man. Immediately, he cut off her communication with the outside world, aka her family, her friends. He took her phone. And basically, she was sold to the highest bidder whenever he felt like it, until she met that one that could sense she was rather young and that this wasn't for her. That man sent her home, put her on a bus, and sent her on to the house. Akbar then stands up and applauds her for sharing it and the growth that she has had since then. To me, that was a must have conversation. And congratulations to VH1 and Love and Hip Hop for bringing awareness on that program. They also told you could go to vh1.com/support and get more information on human trafficking. So feel free to do so if so inclined. And if I remember, I'll put the link to the support thing over at VH1 where you can get more information about this. I'll put it down in the pinned comment if I remember. Okay. Next thing we see is child. It's like a news program. A news program that is showing you some footages from a high school where a woman has entered a school and her daughter have collectively beat up little Paris, Sierra daughter. You even see Sierra being interviewed where she's saying she can't understand how a grown woman gained access to the building to fight a child. Okay? Now, we see Carly Red meet up with Mimi and Rashida. They talking about the altercation with Sierra's daughter because it's been all over the news. In fact, while they there, a news report comes on and you basically see the replay of where they had the fight, Sierra's feelings and statements she made as a result of it. They all saying that they ain't feeling that and that should have never happened to a child. Carly says she did reach out to Sierra, even though she don't trust her. She put her personal feelings to the side. It's about the children. She said it's gonna take some time for her and Sierra to possibly get back to what they were, and she just asked Mimi and them not to interfere. Don't push it. Now you see Shooter and Paris and Sierra talking. Paris telling the story. Apparently, this girl don't get along with this woman's daughter. Paris and the woman who assaulted her daughter don't get along. They had a back and forth, and the mother came to knock if your butt. Now, Sierra said a woman lived in her building. She figured I would be able to talk to her when Paris called her all upset about the situation. She said she got on the phone trying to talk diplomatically to the woman. The woman ain't want to talk. And next thing she know, the phone dropped and Sierra hear all that commotion going on. All this because the woman daughter and Paris didn't get along. Why a grown person got involved in that is beyond me. Sarah says she got a restraining, she filed for a restraining order against the woman and her daughter to stay away from her in Paris. But for right now, Paris not comfortable being home since they live in the same building with these people. So she gonna stay over at Shooter's house. That's what she wanna do. And for I don't give him a lot, but I'm gonna give him this. He was very open to that. Now that could be because he already lost a child, but he did say he don't want nothing bad to come to his daughter. He done already suffered a loss. Okay. Now Bambi at the house talking to Scrappy. She packing, and Bambi say she ain't been feeling good, but she still need a getaway. So, child, she had the nerve to ask Scrappy, do black people get up? She ate some chicken and she ain't feeling well. Can black people be allergic to chicken? And he said, no. Why the hell? You know what? That was a kiki in itself. Anyway, she went down the list of things he need to do in order to take care of the baby while she gone. Kirk's son then got caught with a gun and some drugs and child. The way, according to Kirk, the way they said his charges are written up, and that coupled with his juvenile background, which probably ain't good, he's sitting in jail with no bond. This looking real serious. And although old boy won't he answer, it's nothing they can do right now. So he gonna have to just sit down while they try to figure this whole situation out. They trying to make it seem like the cops are overcharging these people. They saying that the boy was distributing or attempting to distribute when he only had a baggie on him. Um, it wasn't no shot off shotgun. You know all that stuff that they trumping the charges up. Basically, is what he's saying. Now Rashida was talking about her trip. He said she can't go. Now, when all of this stuff going on, and she said they're gonna have to just figure it out and make it right because it is a lot going on between this what's going on with his son, the situations going on with Mama Shirley, which I don't think nothing really going on with Mama Shirley. And y'all need to back up and get her 50 feet, let her do her thing. But nevertheless, she they got to figure this out. Okay, now all the girls going. We see them all getting aboard the party bus, headed out, getting ready to head out. Carla and Sierra ain't good, but she hates what happened to her daughter. You know, that's not right. But this ain't what she meant by when she said karma will come to Sierra. Rashida ends up coming up and telling the ladies that something went on with Kirk's son. These charges kind of deep, and she wouldn't feel right going on vacation, leaving him, so she not coming. And I said, now didn't she was the one that planned this? How the hell she gonna pull? Well, girl, okay. On the bus, they discussing, how unjust the system can be, when in relation to, people of color. Rashida and them little situation they got on going on now with the Kirk's oldest son, Paris situation that she got going on. Sierra even got upset rehashing it. Carly questioned Sierra being there with all this going on. She said, my daughter had gotten attacked at school. There's no way in hell I'd be coming on no ski trip unless the girl was with me. And I would kind of agree. I don't think I would have left, but mm. Bambi said Sierra really needed a break to be on a bus with Carly. And child, I thought that was gonna be a set off. I thought that was gonna be the set it off moment. But luckily they conducted themselves and got past that. It didn't even really matter what was said, but bitch, that's messy, Bambi, okay? Then to put the spotlight on her, Bambi pregnant. And she don't know it yet. She's sitting there talking about she could. They asked her because she started feeling nauseous. They asking her, girl, do you think you could be pregnant? She said, I don't think so. I'm still breastfeeding. You can't get pregnant while you breastfeeding, can you? Girl, what was your mama? Y'all ain't never had that talk? Oh, mm, okay. Then Mimi or one of them chicks said that she kind of just texted and said she driving up there, so she coming to the trip. They said who invited her. Spice made it clear she ain't do it because I don't do Shekinah no more. Okay. Spice said she ain't feeling her. She had fake, and apparently she done did something that's Shekinah that Spice don't like. So she not here for. So not only will we be seeing drama up on the trip between Carly and Sierra, it look like Spice and Shekinah is gonna give us a little taste too while we there. I said, okay, normal shit. Scrap Daily Young, fine ass, said he got Cheyenne over there to help him pack. See, he moving to a bigger place since he got his boys and his nephews be around a lot. He moving to something bigger, so he didn't invite not only Cheyenne but Karen over. See, he think that Cheyenne and Karen not speaking or mad with each other over a phone bill. Okay. Child, this thing go deeper. Karen came there with her blood pressure monitor so she can keep up with her blood pressure because she don't want it to go too far. She said it was not no phone bill because she knows that Cheyenne had the money for the phone bill. She pissed off at Cheyenne about some disrespectful messages she left on Karen's phone. Now Cheyenne say she ain't do that, so she's not apologizing for that. She did, do the little phone situation, but she didn't get disrespectful. At least that's what she's saying. So she said she not gonna apologize. Karen say she ain't apologizing. Scrap said, well, somebody got to be the bigger person. Karen said, well, it won't be me. In fact, have you told him about you and Shooter? I said, bitch, come on, Karen King, come on. Baby, Karen is about to spill all the tea. How long they been together? Then gonna hit the girl next week with, girl, and I heard on the streets he got another woman. Girl, messy. Y'all wonder why I like this old messy show. That's why, child. Sometimes you need a breakaway. I know we got a lot of it on the streets, but sometimes I need some TV messiness. I get tired of this YouTube messiness. And baby, Atlanta gives it. It never disappoints. Never. So child is about to heat up because I think Shooter finna get busted next week, child. Anyway, that's it. That's all, y'all. Get down in the panic section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And in closing, as always, remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, like the video, please. It gets me rated on these YouTube streets. Let me know what you think in the panic. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, my backup channel, please subscribe to that as well. Once you have subscribed, you tap that notification bell and set it to all. And when the world come back to being its normal self again, when I go live or give a pre-recorded video, girl, they gonna shoot you a memo over there to your device and let you know she talking again, and you can come over and join in the conversation. You guys have a great remainder to your Monday night. And I'm going to try to get up in time enough tomorrow to do the morning brew. If not, child, we'll be doing the afternoon delight like we did today, okay? Have a good night, love things. I'm out. Peace.